one day I'll hit the lotto, then my bills would all be paid. Money no longer would be a bother. My life would never be the same. We could travel all around this world, fly first class every day. But if I never hit the lotto, would you still love me anyway? That's one day I'll...
맛있어.
맛있어?
맛있죠?